Welcome to Math with Marker. Today I'm gonna solve a really nice equation. So let's talk about this. If we have x to the power of 4 plus 16x minus 12 equal 0, we want to find x in this equation. So for the first step, I wanna add 4x squared and minus 4x squared plus 16x. Instead of minus 12, I want to write minus 16 plus 4. That's equal 0. Why? Because minus 16 plus 4 will be equal minus 12 or negative 12. So it means before I solve this equation, I want to show you some important rules that you know that if you have a plus b squared, that will be equal a squared plus b squared plus 2 times a times b. And for example, if you have a minus b squared, the answer will be equal again a squared b squared, but here we have negative, so you have to use negative minus 2 times a times b. So if you look at x to the power of 4, 4x squared and 4, I wanna write them at the beginning of the sentence. So x to the power of 4 plus 4x squared plus 4 minus 4x squared plus 16x minus 16. Yes, that's equal 0. So for continue, what can I do? If you look at this, what is this? That will be equal x squared plus 2 squared. Why? Because x squared squared will be equal x to the power of 4. 2 squared will be equal 4, and 2 times 2, that will be equal 4 times x squared that I told you here. So we can use this. And for the second one, I want to factor minus 4, so I can write x squared and minus 4x plus 4, I think, yeah. Minus 4 times x squared will equal minus 4x squared, 16x and minus 16. Yeah, that's right. So if you look at the second one, I mean the orange one, this one, you can write it as that's equal 0. Don't forget. So you had x squared plus 2 squared minus 4. If you look at this, you can write it as x minus 2 squared. Why? Because we have x squared plus 4 and minus 2 times x, so that will be equal minus 4x. So and x minus 2 squared, that's equal 0. Yes. So and this the next step, sorry, how can you write this? On the left side, I want to write x squared plus 2 squared. On the right, I want to write 4 times x minus 2 squared, right? So if I use the half power on both sides, so you can use the square root of on both sides. What can we write? On the left side, I can write x squared plus 2. Why I didn't use the absolute value? Because that's all the time positive. You know that. Let me write it for you. You know that if you have a squared, that's always bigger than 0 or maybe equal to 0. So on the right side, I wanna use the absolute value. So sorry, the absolute value 2 times x minus 2, right? Yeah, that's it. because you don't know that's positive or negative or something like this. You have to use the absolute value. So the second step, I want to write this as 2x minus 4. That's easier to use. And here we have two situations. The first one is when x is bigger than 2, so it means you can write x squared plus 2, that's equal 2x minus 4. Why? Because if you have 2x minus 4 and x is bigger than 2, so it means that's all the time positive. So you don't need absolute value without nothing. So the second one is when x is less than 2, and it means on the left you have on the left side you can write x squared plus 2. On the right side, so important, because the x is less than 2, so this is the negative, the orange one is negative, so you have to add a negative to this sentence. So we have a negative 2x minus 4, and it's better to write 4 minus 2x. That's easier to use. So I want to talk about the first one, the white one, this one. Let's find x. I bring 2x minus 4 on the left, so x squared minus 2x plus 6 will equal 0. But if you look at this equation, it doesn't have any roots. Why? Because the b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. But what are they? If you don't know, I have the video that I proved why is that correct. I put the link of that video in the description. If you want, you can check. In this equation, the a is equal positive 1, the b equals minus 2, and the c will equal 6. So 4 minus 4 times a was equal 1, and c was equal 6. So 4 minus 24 is equal minus 18, and that's absolutely less than 0. So you don't have any answer for the first one. So let's talk about the second one. This one. So I want to bring 4 minus 2x on the left side. So on the left side you can write x squared plus 2x. 2 minus 4 will equal minus 2, that's equal 0. Let me write it for you. X was less than 2, and for the first one x was equal and bigger than 2. So and this equation, a is equal 1, b equals 2, and c equals minus 2. So how can you calculate x? I have the video that I told you. I put a link of that video in the description. If you don't know, you can check. So x will be equal minus b, positive and negative square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So it means, sorry, I wrote it badly. So it means x will be equal, a was equal to, on the denominator you have to write 2, and b was equal positive 2 minus b, negative b will be equal negative 2, positive and negative square root of b squared, that's equal 4, minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times a, that's equal 1, so I don't want to write this. C was equal minus 2, right? Yes, that's, and it means let me scroll down. So it means x will be equal, we have two answers, will be equal minus 2 positive and negative square root of 12 divided by 2, and we can write minus 1, negative 1, sorry, positive and negative square root of square root of 3. Why that's correct? Because you know that the square root of 12 will be equal 2 times the square root of 3. How can you prove it? How can you write it? For 12 we can write 2 to the 2 square times 3. So you can write as 2 times or 2 square root of 3. And we have two answers for x, but which is correct? The first one, I called it x1, is equal negative 1 plus 3. The second one is negative 1 minus square root of 3. So which one is correct? Both of them are correct. Why? Because both of them that I told you, they have to be less than 2, and both of them are less than 2. So these are the two answers for our equations. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel, don't forget to like the video, and thanks for watching.